Novak is here, good for tennis, good for probably for the fans, and let's say, I mean, best players on court always better.
Tennis star Novak Djokovic has landed in South Australia ahead of the Australian Open. This is his first visit to Australia since he was deported a year ago over his COVID vaccination status. The 21-time Grand Slam champion landed at Adelaide Airport about 5 p.m. on a flight from Qatar. Djokovic will appear at next week's Adelaide International as he prepares for a shot at a 10th Australian Open crown later in January.
The government has confirmed that Novak Djokovic has been granted a visa allowing him to play in next year's Australian Open. A statement regarding the tennis player was released. It says Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable Andrew Giles, the Immigration Minister, he decided to revoke the cancellation decision under the Migration Act. Mr Djokovic has subsequently been granted a temporary visa to enter Australia. He was deported before this year's tournament because of COVID vaccination. And Djokovic has already spoken overnight in Italy after an ATP Finals victory. The 9-time Aussie Open winner says the news is a relief.
Of course, knowing that I have clarity now what I do in the off-season and starting the season in Australia, also, of course, did release some of the pressure that me and my team felt, and just giving that clarity, makes it great for us. And Australian Open has been my most successful Grand Slam. I made some of the best memories there. So of course I want to go back there. I want to play tennis and do what I do best.
I think Australians will welcome him back as a champion. And it's going to be difficult because he was a high-profile sports champion who spoke not just for many Australians, but for people around the world. It was a time when there was no free debate, when there was no discussion. It was a very difficult time for Australians, and he was able to say something that many Australians didn't feel they could talk about. And I think we're going to see a divided crowd at the Tennis Open here in Melbourne. I think there'll be many Australians supporting him, and there'll be people like that left-wing journalist who won't be, because they're not going to like to be reminded that they were wrong.